It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll see the Bears rookie linebacker. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Bears and the Browns, just ahead on EA Sports.
A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in needing to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And if you're leading this organization,
the Bears defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man, head linebacker.
and he was at it again last week, adding to his season sack total. He's the NFL leader in that category, and it's just become almost impossible to block on a regular basis.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Back out is the Bears defense. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts, 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 97 yards.
Well, you know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now it's Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Chicago defensive unit back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half, and they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins. 1st and 10.
We're set.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Watson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Back out is the Bears defense. Well, the football just inside the 40, so a tough task for him here. 1st and 10.
Set.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11.
First six.
Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Faking the give. Now Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. Calais Campbell. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Back out is the Bears defense. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a 1st down.
Set.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And there's Jaquan Brisker getting to him behind the line. Great play by the safety. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Let's go. It's King.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here. On first down, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Watson now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Third down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On fourth down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Back out is the Bears defense. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the fourth as this next drive starts first and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Set.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,